We are excited because we've been doing this series regarding plants over pills, and Karen agreed to do it with me, and you're going to be blessed by this education. And so if you still got time to call somebody or text somebody and tell them to get on, but we're going to go ahead and jumpstart this and get started. And if you are the guest of someone, please give them a shout out by putting it in the chat box, letting us know who invited you here. And we'll take a look at that very shortly. But let's move forward. There we go.
I've been wondering how to find you. I've been looking for you. Should come with me to Wakanda. So what you tryna do? I've been meaning to remind you. See, I had so much on my mind, yeah. I've been wondering how to find you. I've been looking for you. Should come with me to Wakanda. So what you tryna do? I've been meaning to remind you. See, I had so much on my mind, yeah. Don't go nowhere without my CBD. If you know me, it's with me anyway. You seeing me, got it on me. It's my only way of freeing me, all on my only. By my side is never leaving me, I'm never lonely. It'll get you through them late nights, no sleep. Feeling anxious when you take flight. You so free, you can use it for them back pains. The swole knees, that feel special got me right, man. Could go to sleep, ain't gotta worry about no laws, man. No police to try to tell you that it's all the same. They so sleep, but they can flower in the Hall of Fame. And quote me, cannabis is good for everything, nobody oldies. They light us up for this flower. Left us in the dark to get devoured. Left us in the grave with no flowers. Now it's our time, it's our hour. This storm coming, no showers. They screams louder, scream louder. Let's make room for this flower. We can all bloom with this flower. They light us up for this flower. Left us in the dark to get devoured. Left us in the grave with no flowers. Now it's our time, it's our hour. This storm coming, no showers. They screams louder, scream louder. Let's make room for this flower. We can all bloom with this flower. I've been wondering how to find you. I've been looking for you. Should come with me to Wakanda. So what you tryna do? I've been meaning to remind you. See, I had so much on my mind, yeah. I've been wondering how to find you. I've been looking for you. Should come with me to Wakanda. So what you tryna do? I've been meaning to remind you. See, I had so much on my mind, yeah. I've been wondering how to find you. I've been looking for you. Should come with me to Wakanda. So what you tryna do? I've been meaning to remind you. See, I had so much on my mind, yeah. I've been wondering how to find you. I've been looking for you. Should come with me to Wakanda. So what you tryna do? I've been meaning to remind you. See, I had so much on my mind, yeah.
All right. Thank you so much again for being here. My name is Dr. Roz, and we welcome you to this Zoom presentation. Again, if you are the guest of someone invited you to be here, please do us a favor and go down there to the chat box at the bottom of your screen, no matter what kind of device you're using, and say who invited you. Let's give them a shout out, because we'll definitely recognize those in just a few moments. But we want you to know that we're not just a company that's trying to sell a bottle of CBD oil or some essential oils or plant-based medicine or anything. We are a movement. And this movement is really to help end the negative stigma that's caused communities to suffer and lose out on the health and wealth benefits of the cannabis plant. Now, if you're like me, the first time I heard that word cannabis, here we go. No, not trying to get high, right? Been there, done that. But when we unlearn what we've learned, we understand that this movement that we are stirring up is to inspire people to confidently get into this legal space. Yes, you heard me say that, and I'll show you and I'll prove that point in just a minute. But this legal space as what? An entrepreneur, a formulator, an investor, and get the courage to take back people's health, wealth, legacy, and their freedom. It was founded by 4 phenomenal women. Yes, we are the first African-American female-owned CBD cannabis company in the Midwest. And I go a little bit step further and I say in the whole country, because you probably won't find a company that has 4 African-American women at the leadership. Let me introduce them to you. Our first one standing there with her arms crossed is Dr. Rita J. McGuire. Yes, you heard me right. She's an obstetrician gynecologist, an OB-GYN. She's been that for over 30 plus years and delivered over 8,000 babies. She's an expert in the field of cannabis. She's such an expert that the Judiciary Committee there in the state of Illinois asked her, the only doctor, to come and testify in front of the committee when they were trying to make decisions about the legalization of medical and recreational marijuana, which they passed. And she was very instrumental in helping to make that happen. The sex lady, Dr. Patricia Van Pelt, she's our CFO, our Chief Financial Officer, and the president of the company. She's the reason my husband and I are here today. She's been my mentor and she's helped us. We've worked in ministry together because my doctorate is actually in theology and divinity. And she's not only a minister or an evangelist, but she's also an author. She's also an entrepreneur. She's also a social media. She works with social media. She also does so many things as far as philanthropy goes. And she's serving her third term as a state senator. My God, I often say to her, I say, Dr. Pat, is there anything you're not doing right now? The third lady is the mindset of this whole company. She is the visionary, Melissa Boston. Yes, she was given the word Wakana as she was taking an airplane trip, not thinking she was gonna start a company, didn't even know what the word meant at the time. But guess what? This lady worked for corporate America for 15 years and she left corporate America and she never turned back, been the MVP of several companies. She's a social media strategist and she is our Chief Executive Officer. And then Phyllis Nash is our CSO, our Chief Sales Officer. We call her our midwife of Wakana because this lady has been an entrepreneur of entrepreneurs, only had about 2 jobs in her lifetime. She's helped put restaurants on the map. She has been a real estate developer and she's been in direct sales and social selling and she's made a 7-figure income. But that's not what's even the most important. She's taught others how to make that 7-figure income. That's why we call her our midwife of Wakana, because she helps to birth all of the possibilities on the inside of us. And together, these 4 phenomenal women make up the co-founders of Wakana. Don't they look fantastic? But this is not their first rodeo. But guess what? We are almost 2 years old. Yes, you heard me right. We're in that embryonic stage. They say this is a ground floor opportunity. I say we're in the basement because we started on 4/20. Yeah, that's Weed Day in 2019. So we're getting ready to celebrate 2 years and we've already done over $4 million. How phenomenal is that? And the reason we can do this is because of these farm bills that actually started in 2014. See, one of the goals of the 2014 Farm Bill was to generate and protect research into hemp. That's what you're going to hear us talk about tonight, from the hemp side of the cannabis plant. But then in 2018, there was a bill that was passed in December legalizing hemp in all 50 states as long as it had 0.3% or less of THC in it. So guess what? We're legal. And it's so phenomenal that this industry is booming. I mean, you should know that. Just walk down the street, drive down the street, you see what? CBD popping up everywhere. You see signs popping up everywhere because it's gone from illegal, never should have been, but it's gone from illegal to now essential. And the revenue that they're projecting is going to be in the billions. They're projecting that by the year 2024, it will be $20 billion in sales. Why is that? Because there's so many things that come from the hemp plant. Did you know that your first flag was made of hemp? The first Bible was made of hemp. And probably the next house that you have built will be made of hempcrete. But here's what we've done at Wakana. Not only are we participating in the arena of CBD in this industry, but we've tapped into all these other billion and trillion dollar industries that are already in existence. And we have products in the weight loss and wellness. We have products in the hair care, skin care, and essential oils industry. And when you look at our participation in these industries, you can't help but understand why our revenue is going to the sky. So let's think about this thing called CBD. What is it? What's the big deal, right? You see it popping up everywhere, but I dare you to go into the store, that little corner store, that little smoke shop who's carrying CBD and ask them, what does the letters mean? They probably will not be able to tell you, because most folk are just trying to sell you a bottle and they don't want to educate you. See, CBD stands for cannabidiol. Now, right now, just saying that, you may know more than the average person that's selling a bottle of oil. You might even know more than doctors who have not yet done their due diligence. But it's a compound, one of the compounds that naturally occurs in industrial hemp. It's the second most common one. Now, the first one that you probably are familiar with is THC. That's the one that has the psychoactive properties. See, Wakanna's products are fully compliant with the State Department of Agriculture. We're grown in accordance with Section 7606 of the 2018 Farm Bill that I was just talking about. We've got full spectrum products, and I'll tell you more about what that really means in a few minutes. Our products are organically grown and we're third-party tested. But before I get into this, me, of course, not being a medical doctor, let me let you hear from the words of a retired cardiologist what he says about cannabis, CBD, and the science behind it. Check this out.
Hello, my name is Dr. David Allen. I'm a retired cardiac surgeon and a member of the International Cannabinoid Research Society, ICRS. That means I'm a cannabinoid research scientist. And I'm here to tell you about the discovery of the endocannabinoid system, the ECS, and the significance and how it will change medicine. And we discovered the endocannabinoid system about 30 years ago, and we really didn't understand the significance of its discovery. And so we found out that this is a chemical communication that your body has. It's not electrical, it's chemical, and it's kind of like the hormone systems that people are familiar with. And your body makes these cannabinoids. They're endogenous, so they're endocannabinoids, and they perform some miraculous functions in the body. And we're just learning the significance of these functions. And basically, the endocannabinoid system is responsible for homeostasis. Most people don't understand what that really means, but it's the body's ability to maintain itself and function in the proper environment. And so it's critically important that that doctors in the future understand this control mechanism. And we're finding out that that manipulation of this endocannabinoid system will control diabetes. It controls cancer. It controls whether you can survive a heart attack or stroke. And so this is critically important for doctors to understand this new science. And the discovery of the endocannabinoid system is the single most important medical scientific discovery ever, and will save more lives than the discovery and application of sterile surgical technique. And I'm a heart surgeon saying that. So more people will be saved by manipulation of the endocannabinoid system than are currently saved by surgery.
Now, I got to stop right there because that's phenomenal. I mean, early in his discussion, he said, this is going to change medicine. It's going to change our attitude about all of the pharmaceutical things that we're so used to taking. Because we're talking about something that's totally organic. Now, all CBD is not equal that you find out here in the market. So what do we have to do? We got to learn and we've got to unlearn. See, you and I both probably know about THC. As I said earlier, been there, done that, right? We know the THC gives you the high. It has the psychoactive effects. Now, what you might not have known, I didn't, this chemical called dopamine, that's what's causing this normal level, this releasing this high in our lives. It's a chemical. But CBD is non-intoxicating. I don't care if you drink the whole bottle, you're not going to get high. You might go to sleep, but it stimulates receptors in the brain, just like THC, but to regulate pain and perception and anxiety and nausea. All kinds of different medical applications. I mean, just look at this chart. Look at this list of things and how it helps to reduce pain. And you see CBD as the star of the plant. Even though we have full spectrum, Remember I said I was going to discuss that a little bit later? Full spectrum means there are over 100 different cannabinoids in the cannabis plant. And we're talking about on the hemp side of the plant, not the marijuana side, the hemp side of the plant, where you've got THC and CBN and CBD and CBC and CBG, all these CBs, right? But look, just look at the first row, might help reduce pain. Now, there are people that have taken medical marijuana for pain. But look what happens when you synergistically combine all of these different cannabinoids. Can you see why we're getting such raving results? Because just in this example, CBD helps to reduce pain. CBN helps to reduce pain. CBC, CBG, and THC. So what happens when you have all of that in one bottle of oil, or in one gummy, or in one pre-roll? So all of these various properties are helping to, what Dr. Allen said, put our body into homeostasis, or put it into harmony, because it's addressing the endocannabinoid system. Did you know you had one? Yep. I've got one, you got one, all of God's children have one. It's aligning, these receptors are aligning your spinal cord. And you've got receptors in your heart and eyes and lungs and liver, receptors in your kidneys and your brain, in your bowels, in your stomach, your skin, and your teeth. Every organ of your body has receptors that are craving for CBD, kind of like a Pac-Man. You know, when you take CBD, it's like the Pac-Man goes and says, where is the inflammation? Where is the deficiency? And it goes to that area. So if you have glaucoma, it goes to your eyes. If you're dealing with diabetes, then it goes to your pancreas. It goes to your brain, wherever the deficiency is. And that's why it seems to work, because our endocannabinoid system needs to regulate. It needs to properly regulate. But there's some things that hinder that, like stress, you know, memory, mood, inflammation. It will regulate your sleep and your appetite. But oftentimes, because of age and a poor diet and the lack of exercise, our endocannabinoid system is not operating at its optimum performance. And everybody needs a healthy endocannabinoid system, no matter who you are, no matter what you have or don't have. My husband and I, we don't have any particular ailments, but yet we want a healthy endocannabinoid system. So we take a daily regimen of CBD. But how many of you do know people that are in pain? I mean, pain is the most Googled word. And people say, are there any studies? Absolutely. There are over 20,000 peer reviews. Do your due diligence. Doctors can begin to do the research to find out, and more of them are understanding that studies are showing that it's helping to relieve pain. It's helping to relieve anxiety. It's aiding people who have schizophrenia and epilepsy. It's helping people with those seizures. It's helping people deal with the effects of the cancer and the chemotherapy that they're going through. I mean, I could go on and on and on about all the things that assist, but it can be used to help all of these and more numerous medical issues and disorders. But now we do have a disclaimer, because we don't promote the use or sale to persons under the age of 18, nor do we promote the use or sale of our smokable products to those under the age of 21. And we advise everyone to use the products as they are on the label. When we say take half a gummy or a fourth of a gummy or 3 drops, start with 3 drops, start low, start slow. And if you're under doctor's care, listen, consult with your physician. I mean, you should do that anytime before using any supplemental dietary products. So see, we want the doctor on board so he can regulate and monitor those numbers, your whatever numbers it is, that your cholesterol, your high blood pressure, your A1C levels, because when they improve because of taking a CBD regimen, we need him on board so he can say, well, like my godmother, her doctor told her, I'm going to start giving you less of your insulin, because now you've been on this regimen for about 30 days, it was, and her A1C numbers had dropped. Now she just called me the other day because she's taking our Hempranium product and black seed oil, and she called me saying, this is working. I went all day not having to take my insulin because my numbers were good. Tell me I'm getting excited, right? But we know that our statements have not been evaluated by the FDA, but we never intend to diagnose, to treat, to cure, or to say that we can prevent any disease. But we have a wonderful product line. Oh my God. We've got products that all the way from shampoos and things that you can use for your hair to products that you can use to cook with, to coffee that you can use to drink, to gummies that help with your sleep. And we told you, we're touching the areas, we're touching these industries. We've got products now in the CBD industry, in the skincare, the weight loss, the wellness, the hair care industry, as well as in the essential oils. We're delivering the highest quality CBD infused products and experiences, because what we want to do is help you face the day, help you get your life back. And they're lab tested, non-GMO, and 100% organic. Then we have products for the hair, because a lot of times, ladies, we go through and we're trying to, you know, when you're looking beautiful, you go there and you get these tight braids and you come out, you're looking good, but man, your head is hurting. But over time, that's causing you to lose hair around your edges. And so our healthy hair division is designed to help your hair grow back, whether it's because of alopecia or lupus or whatever, maybe just stress, but give you stronger and healthier hair. And we even have a brand new hair care system. We call it SOS, Save Our Strands. It's a 5-step program that the cosmetologists are just getting so excited about. I mean, it has a renewing shampoo, a moisturizing conditioner, a leave-in detangler, a styling cream, and oud body oil. All that gives the hair shine. As a matter of fact, not only can you use that on your hair, you can use it on your body. And then I said about cooking, yes, yes, yes. I just did something today with the butter. Made breakfast this morning with that CBD butter. And we've got the garlic fire, that's my favorite, garlic fire, Flavor King, and chili lime, oh my goodness. And then we even have water soluble, so you can put it in your water or your liquids or your smoothies or your cocktails or your mocktails. And oil that you can use to bake with, as long as you don't go over 350 degrees. And then the gummies, my goodness, gummies. We can't keep these gummies on the shelf, because we have gummies to help with your libido, your creativity, just give you that calmness that you need, help you with that stress, and help you with that sleep. And as you can see here, some of the gummies have this white label and some have a black label. Now here's a difference in that, because as I said, Full Spectrum has 0.3% or less of THC. Some of you have random drug screens, right? That's a problem. Maybe not so, because we have those pure products that have less than 0.0% of THC. So you don't have to worry about those random drug screens. But if you have random drug screens, that's what we suggest you take, our pure line or broad spectrum. Even the bedroom. Yeah, we've got stuff to help in the bedroom that are infused with CBD and blended with pure ingredients. And they're formulated to create an enhanced sexual experience. Then our vapes and our pre-rolls, that's our next evolution. We've got smokable products that give you that chill, get the stress off of you, that depression when it hits you maybe from time to time, or just that anxiety. The smokable products, whether it's our pre-roll or our vape, are absolutely phenomenal. And then we're even helping the frontline and essential workers. And not only them, but anybody that's having to walk out this door and face corona, right? You want to have some products that you know, we don't say that it can keep you from catching the virus, but when you talk about building your immune system where it's working optimum, because that's what gets attacked by this virus, yes. So we've got essential oils, we've got an essential defense, plus we've got hand sanitizer without the alcohol, and we've got surface cleaner and produce wash. All of these things are putting you and your family at a place of safety. But then today, we're going to address our essential oils. We've been doing this series now, and this is our fourth version or fourth part of the series. We've talked about eucalyptus, we've talked about frankincense, we've talked about peppermint oil, we've talked about black seed oil. But today, my partner is going to come to us, Karen Williams. Yes, she's going to share some powerful information. So if you haven't gotten your paper and pen out yet, now's the time to do it. Karen is a former top computer industry executive. She's been a career consultant to Fortune 50 companies and a servant leader board member. She has a passion in connecting with people, helping them transform their lives through the use of essential oils and other natural healing. And she is a certified herbalist and essential oil educator. She's enthusiastic. She's been doing this for the last 17 years. She's an aroma freedom practitioner, and now she's a certified CBD entrepreneur like myself. but her focus is wellness, purpose, and abundance for herself as well as others. And she happens to reside in the beautiful Reno, Tahoe, Nevada area. Without any further ado, stopping my screen and bringing up my partner in health, Karen Williams. Take it away, Karen.
Thank you, Dr. Roz, for that wonderful introduction. I'm looking around like, who is this Karen Williams? So I'm clicking share screen. I need you to try to resend that opportunity for me to open it up again. It's
Okay.
giving me an error message here.
No problem. Let's do
All
that.
right. And I want to thank everyone for sharing part of your Sunday with us today and for being here. So thank you for taking the time out, and let me click share so you can see my screen. Everyone can see the screen all right?
Yep.
And let's get into the slideshow here. And let's see, my computer, it's an hour behind from this daylight savings time we're in. Let's see, it's a little slow is what I'm trying to say. And let me pop it into the slideshow here. All right, Wakana Essential Oils. Well, this is one of many of the product industry lines that Dr. Roz mentioned earlier. And today we're gonna highlight lemon oil. And each essential oil has so much to share that we broke it up into a series because all of these oils are powerful. Well, there's 6 in our actual product line today. There are additional oils in some of our CBD products. So I'd like to start kind of with the basics for those who haven't attended this series. What is an essential oil? And basically an essential oil is a highly concentrated aromatic extract. It can be pulled from the leaf, it can be pulled from the flower, it can be pulled from the seed, it can be pulled from a tree. So it's leaves, roots, plants. It's different parts of the plant that provide benefit to us, typically in an oil, sometimes in a resin. So we have different aspects of essential oils. How can we use essential oils? Well, most commonly we inhale them. We can inhale them by diffusing, which is by spraying a vapor of water and oil into the air to make it fragrant, but also for us to get the benefit of whatever oil we are using to help us breathe, to help us change our mood, to help us relax. We can also take some essential oils internally, and that can be put in a tea, it can be put in water, depending on what the essential oil is. We can also use essential oils to clean our homes and to get rid of some of the toxins of some of the cleaners we use often. So I just highlight that. How we take in essential oils is through our olfactory system, and that is through our sense of smell. So basically, whether it's through the bottle we smell or putting oils on our fingertips or inhaling them through our noses, we take in essential oils through our strong sense of smell, and that strong sense of smell allows us to have a reaction. That reaction can stimulate us, it can relax us. It depends on which essential oil we're using in our system, and that's just a little bit of science for all of us today. So some considerations I like to bring up is, and I always bring these up because I am not a medical professional, but I do ask everyone to heed these warnings when using any essential oil, which is not to apply them to any open wounds. Keep them away from your eyes. Don't rub your eyes after you use essential oils. Please wash your hands after those use. Use a patch test for a small area, or dilute, if you will, a small area, and test out the essential oil on your skin before using the essential oil. Always read warnings if you're pregnant or if you have a medical condition or using medication, and space out the use of your essential oils with your meds. Usually a 2 to 3 hour space in between depending on the essential oils. Most oils are okay to work with in conjunction, but we like to be safe. Also, diffuse up to 30 minutes at a time. You don't need to diffuse all day long. The scent of whatever oil you're using will stay in the air for quite a while, but you're using it at the time to get the benefit of that oil, not only into your system and through your nose, but also it'll create a nice aroma through your house. And more is not better, as Dr. Rita always cautions us, is that these are concentrated products and concentrated essential oils. So use the directed amount depending on what your use is for. We're gonna get started with the lemon essential oil. What I have in my hand is what we all typically have in our homes, which is an actual lemon. And the benefits of this lemon is amazing. Lemon is considered actually a complete food in itself, which means if you had nothing else on the planet to eat and you had something like a lemon in your fridge or in your home, you can survive using the juice of the lemon, the peel of the lemon, because the lemon is a complete food on its own. It's known for energizing and purifying, and it has what we call limonene in it, which helps support a healthy circulatory system. And it has what most of us know as purifying properties. The Dr. Jean Valnet estimates that it takes about 3,000 lemons to produce, was it 1 kilo, which is about 2.2 pounds of oil. And what the oil comes from the actual rind, the outer protection of the lemon. So that's a lot of lemons in order to get 2.2 pounds, but that's a lot of oil to get a kilo. So we do believe that lemons have come from the native origins of the continent of Asia. The Romans called the lemon the median apple. What part is used? I mentioned the rind earlier, and it's also used to ward off insects and to freshen your clothes. So anytime, that's why you see a lot of commercials with lemon, because it just depicts freshness, wholeness, if you will. And it also has a lot of different historical references. So we're going to get into, if you will, the whole construct of this oil from the standpoint of what are some of the documented uses and benefits of the lemon. And that, like I mentioned earlier, helps support your circulatory system. It's a detoxifier and cleanser in your system. It helps alkaline the body, if you will, which means we're putting it into balance. What are some of the aromatic effects on the mind? It's uplifting and it's a light and improving essential oil. I call it a happy oil. Most citrus oils, lemon, lime, orange, tangerine, those are all bright. They need lots of sunshine to produce their fruit, and it creates a sensation of happiness when you smell the lemon and the essential oils. What is the spiritual influence? Well, once again, because we're talking about opening our mind up and being happy, it connects our mind and spirit. It releases patterns and opens our heart centers, and it results in joy and hopefulness with clear thought. So when putting this presentation together, or if you need to focus on work or taxes or anything, diffuse some essential lemon oil into your diffuser. It will help you focus on your work, but also it'll help your mood while you're focusing on your work. And for those of you who are holistic in nature and know about your chakras and your system, it opens your throat chakra and your heart center. So how do we use lemons? Well, we ask you to dilute it typically because it is strong, concentrated. You can apply it to your chakra centers, you can inhale it, and you can diffuse it, as I mentioned before. Some testimonials, some people have used it this testimonial I received was from someone who said they have a dry erase board and they've had a lot of marks on it for a long time because they couldn't find the cleanser that came with it. But they took out a lemon. They had the lemon oil, and they actually sprayed the lemon oil on the board, and it actually took the marks off the board without bothering the board at all. It smelled great, and it's another way to extend the life of that whiteboard. So that's just anecdotal from a testimonial. We're going to talk today about Wakana's lemon oil, one of the 6 of our essential oil products in the family of oils. And basically what's in this is lemon oil. That's all you get. It's not diluted with anything else. And we ask you when using oils to dilute them initially because they are concentrated. And what diluting means is using a carrier oil. When we talk about carrier oils like almond, jojoba oil, there's just different types. There's coconut oil of carrier oils. You can rub this on the bottom of your feet to help detoxify your liver and to boost your energy. And we all are looking for energy boosting these days. It also helps boost your immunity, which is what we're most significantly relevant at this time, given the age of Corona we're living in. Anything that we can do to boost our immunity, we should do. Because, and that has nothing to do actually with Corona, it has to do with all seasons, every day. You want to be improving your immunity so you're keeping your health above the wellness line. So if you do apply lemon oil, once again, use a carrier. When diffusing, it'll help promote that mood. And you should always consult a healthcare provider before taking internally. So there are different types of essential oils on the market. And for now, we're asking you to use these externally. But if you have a fresh lemon, like I do in my hand, you can open it up. You can actually put some of the juice of the lemon in your water. A lot of you may do that now to help alkaline your body. These are all of the Wakana products to date that are using lemon oil. And I wanted to give you a list of them because we are a product of the product. We use these lemon oil in CBD relief, CBD topical, Dr. Rita's rub is what we all familiarly call it. We use Essential Defense. Our First Defense nasal spray has lemon oil. Our Hemp-Powered Hair, our leave-in detangler. So all of our hair products have some type of lemon oil in it. The lemon oil is used as a clarifier to help clean our hair, but also to help give it that healthy look. We have it in our new product of Pure Seduction Shave Oil and our renewing shampoo as well. So there's quite a few Wakana products that use the lemon oil, and that's really great for us that we are a product of our product. More information about the lemon oil. It's cold pressed. So basically what that means is that once the rind is actually peeled off the lemon, it is put into a press and water is used, cold water, and it's pressed to get that oil to release from the rind. We've talked about diffusing it. It can help clear our skin, help with our mood. It can help clean viruses and bacteria, which is why it's in a lot of household products. And more importantly, for our health, it helps reduce inflammation. So there's quite a bit of few. And so one of the uses we'll talk about today is reducing anxiety and depression. We're all under stress. I think it's difficult to be a human on the planet and not have some stress. But living in the US and living through these times, there's some level of stress that we're all under one way or another. So lemon can help reduce the scent of lemon, can help. So by cleaning your home with lemon products or lemon oil and like baking soda or vinegar, you can release that scent of lemon while cleaning your home without using toxins. This will alter your mood. It will give you that lemony smell that will give you that happy feeling. Also, it will play a part in calming your feelings, which will help reduce your anxiety and just kind of chill us out, if you will. There was a study in 2006 performed on mice showing that lemon essential oil was a powerful calming and mood improving agent during 3 stress test experiments. So even the mice calmed down. There's more additional symptoms here in terms of relieving stress, and you can combine lemons with lavender and rose oil, but there are other oils that relax us. So lavender will help us with anxiety and our mood, and rose is one of the most powerful essential oils on the planet, period. And it is known to enhance our moods almost automatically, but it's very expensive. So that's my warning about rose. It's typically the most expensive essential oil on the planet. And I'm talking about real essential rose oil. So another study I'll mention found lemon essential oils reduces anxiety among people after undergoing orthopedic surgery. There are promising indicators that diffusing lemon essential oil has an effect on alleviating some symptoms of additional anxiety and depression. Lemon can also ease morning sickness. So with most oils, we always caution pregnant women to check with their doctors. But with lemon essential oil, we always say, talk to your doctor first. It helps with that feeling of nausea or preventing of vomiting, if you will. So understand that it's by inhaling lemon essential oils, it can help settle that energy down, and it can reduce or relieve some of the severity of the symptoms. And in a mention of another study in 2014 of 100 pregnant women, aromatherapy with lemon essential oil was found to decrease these symptoms significantly. So there's actually been studies done. One of the things that all of us can benefit from is healthier looking skin, and lemon is used in quite a few skincare products. And this is one of the reasons why it's not only does it have this beautiful scent, but it helps kill harmful bacteria that we have on our skin. That's why, we should wash our skin a couple times a day, if not more often. In another study, it's also found that the strain of Streptococcus aureus and E. coli, that it helps against these strains showing up. So you never know what you may be exposed to, especially we're talking about Corona in 2021, and there's these different strains of Corona out there. But really, lemon in some of our skincare products help with cleaning of any of these bacteria as well, which is why it's a good choice in some of the products we use. It also helps against any infections that may occur, and we talk about preventing skin inflammations, whether it's like an acne or what have you. So lemon is very powerful as an oil. The other thing we talk about, especially when we're talking about CBD, is it's a pain reliever. It can act as a pain reliever. So lemon oil is sometimes used in aromatherapy as a natural analgesic. So this goes back to the anti-stress and antidepressant effects of the oil. In a 2014 study done on mice, once again, we showed that the mice's brain responded to painful stimuli. So to determine how lemon oil affects humans who are in pain, more research is needed. But as I mentioned before, lemon is a happy oil. So anything that helps your mood, improve will help reduce, at least symptomatically, the effects of pain. So lemon is powerful in that way as well. Lemon can also help us breathe easier and soothe a sore throat. So a lot of times we'll get a lemon tea, or you can have it cold like lemonade, or we'll take lemon oil as an essential good home remedy. That's where diffusing it has a sweet, tangy scent. It helps you get rest. It's really calming. I did speak with a friend of mine as a hospice nurse, and she said the scent of lemon is one of those scents that we're all familiar with on a very, very deep subconscious level. We have smelled it in our homes since we were born, and we can recognize the scent right away. So we have a deep memory of lemon throughout our lives. And so even in the transitional times of our lives, lemon essential oil diffusing can ease you, if you will, in times of transition. There is a lot of clinical data that backs up lemon oil and its calming effects with the common cold that we get, but most citrus fruits, like I mentioned before, have vitamin C connected to them. That comes from that great sunshine that makes these beautiful fruits for us, and which creates antioxidant properties from the lemon juice that we benefit from as well. So, a lot of people will actually suck on a lemon when they have a sore throat to get the benefit of that vitamin C. Lemon juice may be effective in treating and preventing acne. We were talking about skin conditions earlier and how lemon can brighten your skin. For those who have any type of irritation and from time to time or breakout, you can dilute a little bit of lemon oil, and that will help clear your pores and will help deal with your breakouts in that way. So once again, that has to do with the vitamin C and being an antioxidant and just gently exfoliating dead skin that can become trapped in our hair follicles and pores. So it does have healing properties, and it speeds healing from those breakouts and treatments of acne scars. So lemon does it all. Well, it does a lot. I won't say does it all. It does a lot. It may promote wound healing, and since, once again, this is the vitamin C component and its antioxidant component and antimicrobial properties, it is something that you might want to put in your first aid kit. In yet another animal trial, lemon essential oil promoted faster healing of tissues infected, with mange. And you can cleanse the area of small cuts or scrapes with diluted lemon oil to sanitize it, to discourage infection, and possibly help the wound heal more quickly. So we talk about some antifungal properties. Has to do with skin overgrowth. So in a 2017 review studies notes against fungi, lemon oil was effective against fungi that cause athlete's feet, thrush, and yeast infections when applied topically. So these essential oils we've been talking about are very powerful concentrates. So we do give more warnings about them, and I bring up a separate slide about some potential side effects in order to talk about that when using lemon essential oils, it is regarded to be safe for pregnant women and babies over 3 months old. But there are some cases when making, your skin more sensitive to irritation because it's a citrus, and citrus is sensitive to the sun or any kind of direct sunlight. So you want to be careful when using a lemon, a lime, a tangerine, or an orange essential oil, because there's something called phototoxicity, which can actually cause your skin to be very sensitive. So the last thing you want to do is put on lemon oil anywhere, let's say, and go outside. You don't want to do that, no. lemon is usually mixed into the products we use, whether it's our hair products or our skin products, and they're used in a very small amount. But if you were to use it just directly with a carrier on your skin, you would feel sensation if you went right outside into the sun. So we don't go directly out, put it on, let it sit for a little while, I don't know, 30 minutes or so before going out, if you're putting lemon oil on. But you're going to have it in your products. You don't need to worry too much about that. But I bring it up from the standpoint that you can have a sun reaction to a citrus oil on your body. You can also avoid allergic reactions by diluting any essential oils and by using that patch test we've talked about in the past and using a carrier oil. So some of the uses, people want to know, how can I use these essential oils, but how can I use lemon in particular, if you will? These are some of the safety uses again. We talked about earlier. I'm not going to kind of breeze through that. The carrier oils we mentioned before, mixing lemon oil with an almond, a jojoba, or coconut oil to help with that dilution. But some takeaways of what you can remember is that natural doesn't always just carry that possible. To be careful of some of the words. We're using the words organic and natural. You just need to know the source of where your oils are coming from. And in Kana's case, you know which products, we'll talk about again, which products are using lemon oil. But if you were using lemon on its own, you would know it's to be diffused to help boost your mood, to help you find mental clarity, to help you reduce any stress or anxiety. We've talked about never applying it directly to your skin without the carrier. And essential oils are not a replacement for any prescription treatment from your doctor, but they can work great to complement your regular health routine. So some different uses of how to use these liquid drops of sunshine include, and there's about a dozen or so, I'm just going to breeze through a few of them. One is in the cleaning aspect of, well, the sense of smell. If you want to, some people put baking soda in their refrigerators, right, to help keep odors at bay. You can also do that with a lemon essential oil. You can put a cotton ball, a few drops on a cotton ball, and put that in your refrigerator, or a bathroom drawer, or a trash can. You can blast some tunes and add lemon oil in your car vents to channel any kind of road warrior, road rage. So that'll help with your mood as well. And let's see, we can use, remember the skincare, it's a skincare superstar. So you can help wake up your complexion. You already have lemon oil in some products we talked about, but you can add lemon oil to some of your favorite night creams because once again, we're trying to avoid the sunlight when we're using the citrus oils. You can wash away your stress and impurities with lemon-infused cleansers. Additional ways to use it, we talk about cleaning once again. Lemon oil is great for anything sticky. So let's say your kids were playing and one put gum in the other person's hair. I know that's not playing, but you can use lemon oil to help pull that gum out of your hair without taking out the hair. I use lemon oil to take price tags off of some products. Sometimes, I don't know what adhesive gum they use on some of these tags they put on things, but you just take 1 or 2 drops of lemon oil that will help peel off some of these labels or price tags that you get on products. You can infuse your laundry with a citrus freshness by adding 5 to 8 drops in your rinse cycle when washing your clothes. And gosh, you can get rid of hard water buildup with baking soda and lemon. Lemon is really great for removing really difficult, hard to remove things. So these are just some of the uses. I didn't want to go through them all. Just wanted to highlight some of the versatility of lemon essential oil. So once again, here are some of the Wakana products that have lemon oil already in them. You don't need to add more lemon oil. They have the actual proximity already figured out for you. So what you need to decide on is which Wakana products you need of right now, and go ahead and place your orders for those things, because I know that they're very popular products. But to let you know that we have lemon oil in quite a few of our products already. And I always end on this note in terms of this quote: always do your best. What you plant now, you will harvest later. And this is my contact information if you have any questions on how to reach me. And I want to turn it back over to Dr. Roz at this time.
Awesome, awesome, awesome again. Okay, here's my favorite takeaway: road rage.
Who knew, right?
Just spray it in the vent, and now you will not want to jump out your car when folk are blowing their horn at you, or you're sitting in a traffic jam. Come on now, I love it, I love it, I love it. All right, so stop sharing for a second, Karen.
All righty, let me do that.
And before we open up for questions, I want to say this, just absolutely fantastic, guys. I hope you got out of it as much as I got out of that, because this lady here, but the thing is that you understand that everything that you're finding out about Wakana, the main thing about our products is they work. And to prove that, just kind of let me share this real quick video, and then we're going to open up for questions in just a minute. Check this out.
Wakana, the crown jewel of CBD, is now available. We're organically grown. We're all natural. We're premium grade. We're Wakana. Wakana partners with the world's leading formulators, scientists, doctors, and experts to ensure the best product by using the finest ingredients. Our full panel-tested products undergo a rigorous testing process to ensure the purest, most effective products in the world.
At any time I feel a little flare-up coming in my back, in my shoulder after working out, in my knee after standing so long, I put the extreme topical in that area. And so now I am feeling so much better.
Our high-quality, all-natural, organically grown CBD is non-psychotropic, therefore doesn't cause a euphoric high. From chronic pain to anxiety to insomnia, Wakana CBD products are a safe and proven alternative.
I was just fine, living everyday, regular life, and then suddenly couldn't walk. I found out that it was as a result of osteoarthritis. I did nothing to create the situation. I started utilizing the topical rub, which addressed the pain immediately.
We're organically grown. We're all natural. We're premium grade. We're Wakana, the crown jewel of CBD, and we're now available throughout the United States. Contact the person who shared this video with you for more information.
And ditto to what she said, contact the person, because we got some real results. We've got real people with real testimonies. We've got a full medical advisory board that just works together to educate us. And Karen has done a phenomenal job during this series. But as I said, the best thing about is that the products work. So we've got premium products, 30-day money-back guarantee, third-party tested, full panel tested, the highest quality, organically grown, and we're giving back to community. So the person who invited you here, if you're here watching this for the very first time, they want your support. Support them. They got a website. She showed you the list of products that we have that already have lemon oil in them. And they've got a website for you to be able to begin to place your order. Or you might even want to host a party. Maybe it'd be an essential oil party, and you can get Karen to come and help you out with that. Or whatever it is, guess what? You can get product you win product yourself just because you had the party. And even if there's another step you want to take, and maybe you would like to find out more about the business model that we have, then get back with the person who invited you. They'll forward some more information to you to help you get that information and get going. But I mean, I'm excited. I'm ready to go spray some in my event. When you're driving down the highway during this crucial time and that little spirit kind of raises up in you, it's like, will you quit blowing at me? You know, y'all know about road rage, right? Okay, so we're going to open up for questions. Anybody have a question, put it in the chat box or unmute your microphone, feel free, and you can converse with us and see if we can answer them for you. Fantastic job, Karen, as always. Love it, love it, love it, love it. Any questions? Absolutely. Any questions?
They know everything there is to know about lemons now.
Hello.
Hey, Sharon.
This is Sharon. I have my 81-year-old mother here, and
Yes.
she wants to know what's the best product for pain.
Wow. I want to say, you need to put that camera on her a little bit more because she's looking pretty sitting over there.
Oh, you can see her? Oh, okay.
We see just the edge of her.
Oh, let me see. Oh, hold on. I'm still alerted about my camera. I think my cousin mentioned it like last meeting how I hooked it up. So, okay. Can you see a little better? I come over this maybe she come over some.
Now, all right now we see her. Okay. You say 50 years old? Is that what you said?
81 years old.
Tell her I want to be like her when I grow up.
Can.
Well, we've got a lot of things for pain. So the thing is, pain, the thing that's causing pain is inflammation, okay? Something is inflamed, and CBD addresses that inflammation. So what we like to tell people is that the best thing to do is take something topically and then take something internally, because you want to deal with the inflammation from the inside out as well as the outside in. Okay. So the topical cream, one that Karen mentioned, is a liquid that has the lemon oil in it. And then we have one that's a cream. And it does not take much, only a little bit from your pinky finger. And it spreads. It's got a shea butter base, so it spreads really, really good. So we have a lot of testimonies from people that are using our topical cream. As a matter of fact, I think we've probably got some testimonies on here that we can share with you, as well as we've got an oil called Hempranium. It has black seed oil, turmeric, coconut oil, and peppermint, as well as 500 milligrams of CBD oil. And all of those, we're getting raving results from those that are in pain. I thought I saw Yvette on here earlier. Is she still on here? Because I know Yvette's been using that.
Yeah, I don't see her.
Okay, she might have jumped off. So if there's anybody, if any distributors are on and you have had some results from using CBD, using our products for pain, jump on if you can and share your testimony with Sharon and her mom. We'd love to have you to share.
Hi, this is Anita.
Hey, Anita.
I have used Rita's Rub. They call it Dr. Rita's Rub.
Mhm.
All of the pain creams are excellent, but I tell you, I like the roller ball because it's like a little itty bitty like deodorant. It's like a lipstick, and so you just apply it, and so then that way you don't have to get anything on your hands, and you don't have to worry about getting any dirt in it. Like if you take your finger and put it in a jar, if your finger isn't clean, you're putting dirt in. But if you use the roller ball, you just take the top off, roll it, and put the top right back on. So I like all of them, but the roller ball is the most convenient. You can drop it in your purse like a lipstick, and you can take it with you, and you don't have to worry about, if your hands are perfectly clean. I mean, if you have time to stop and go to the restroom, wash hands, and then apply, that's great. But with the roller ball, you don't have to worry about that. Just take the top off, apply, put the top right back on.
Absolutely. I was going to say that before you went into it. It's really convenient because, yeah, you can just drop it in your purse, drop it in your pocket, and just roll it where the pain is. And those are the results people are getting. Thank you so much. Thank you.
From here too.
Hi.
Yes.
My name is Jill. I use the power cream. I have bad back pain, sciatic pain, and the power cream helps a lot. I've been using it since August, and the pain is just about not there anymore.
Wow. So she's talking about the extreme, it's called extreme
Extreme
power.
pain, yeah.
Extreme
Extreme
power
power
relief.
pain. Mm-hmm. The
Yes.
500.
What I need.
Yes, ma'am. So because it's got about 12 different essential oils in it, along with 400 milligrams of CBD. You'll see it on the website in 2 different sizes. There's a 200 milligram bottle and there's a 400 milligram bottle. Mom needs the 400 milligrams, so she don't have to be
Yes.
saying I'm out already.
Absolutely, you're absolutely right.
Yeah.
I've been taking that shot in my back every 2 or 3 years,
Mm.
and it's now it's not giving me much relief. That's why
Right.
I was just elated to hear about this CBD oil.
Yes, ma'am.
And when I found out that my niece was representative or whatever, then I told my daughter, let's try to get, her, and so we can find out more information about this.
Awesome, awesome. And who is your niece?
Oh, my niece right there is Kim.
All right, I knew that.
It's me. Thank you, family. Thank you, family.
Yeah. So I believe that you'll see some remarkable results. Yeah, because getting them shots, that ain't fun right there.
No, but I believe it too. I have the faith, and I don't know, but I just feel like this is the thing for me.
Yes, ma'am. Yes, ma'am. All right. Anybody else want to share?
I put a
Dr.
chat in.
Ross.
Somebody else give somebody else opportunity whenever you can get.
Dr. Ross,
Yes. Who
this
is
is
that?
Tanya Jerry.
Come on, Tanya. What you got to say?
I just want to say, my mother, who is bedridden, and you're quite familiar with her. And one of the reasons why we started to use Wakana and the regimen is because of your being a part of Wakana and sharing with us, and our being able to rub my mother down because she's been in constant chronic pain. But I also suffer with constant chronic pain because I'm 100% disabled, and I have neuropathy, sciatica pain, and I too was once getting the pain management shots that really were not helping at all. And I put myself on a regimen. I listen and I watch the videos. I don't leave home without my rollerball. I don't leave home without my hair. And I just got the mango rub yesterday, and I've started to rub the top of my foot down because I also suffer with some gout on the top of my foot. So I have myself on a regimen. When I get up in the morning, I'm on 3 drops before I get out the bed, roll a ball. And then during the middle of the day, I'm another 3 drops, roll a ball before I go to bed. So I can truly say that I am a product of the product. It has truly helped my pain. It has relieved it. And I have a couple of friends that, like me, they don't leave home without they don't leave the room without their rollerball being by their side. So yes, ma'am, get you on a regimen, and you will definitely see the difference in the pain, and how it would definitely allow you to be able to move a lot freer and to be able to concentrate a lot and do a lot more.
Awesome. Thank you, Miss Tanya. Thank you. Yeah, they saw results with their mom first, and that's what caused them to say, okay, well, we need to check this out. So absolutely. Absolutely.
I see in the chat, Dr. Roz, I think Sharon, you mentioned, does anyone know anything about the bitters, the intestinal items? She's looking for some sources to help with her bowels.
Okay. So Sharon, you asked about the bitters?
Yes.
Okay, let me tell you about the bitters. All right. So bitters is one of our new products. It's a detox. It's a 4-day detox. It's a big old huge bag of tea. So it makes 32 ounces and you're supposed to drink 8 ounces a day or 4 ounces twice a day. Truly, 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 truly helps. It wasn't a hard detox when my husband and I did it, you know, where you get cramps and all that kind of stuff. It did not do that. It's a gentle detox. Yeah, we did what we, you know, the normal stuff that happens, right? And for me, it was a carb cutting detox. So I didn't want to eat as much. Now, all of that is the great part about it. Let me tell you the whole story. It's nasty. Okay, it's real nasty. But I had to learn that what tastes good, if it was nasty, it's probably going to really do the job. So that's my story. So when I took it, I had to chug a lug. I was determined to do it because I knew it was going to help me. But it wasn't going to be no sipping involved. And most of the people that I know have the same pretty much story. Some folks didn't believe. What you say, Gia? You're muted, Gia.
Oh, yes. That bitter.
It's just like the name. It's bitter,
Woo.
but it works.
But it worked. It worked.
Yeah, but I don't want nobody to be deceived. I want you to say, oh, she didn't tell me it was going to taste like this. No, it's bitter. It's bitter. But
I have a question with the bitters. Is it one of those where you just need to hold your nose and chug it down? Or is it something that you can put a little taste of something in there to cut the taste, like squeeze a lemon or something? Or are you not supposed to cut it with anything?
You're supposed to, well, we've got a lot of different people the way they did it. Okay, so for me, the scent wasn't what bothered me, it was the taste. So I didn't have to worry, the scent didn't bother me. Once I just had to turn it up because it's so bitter. But a lot of our other distributors did a chaser afterwards. Minister Mooney chased it with an orange, you know, some others chased it with something right after because it left a little bit of an aftertaste. So I didn't chase it with anything, but I'm just saying, I just chug a lug, that's all.
Just drink it down.
Yeah, that's all. So it's up to you. None of us who really did it added anything to it because you're supposed to do it correctly, you know. You ain't supposed to add no honey and no lemon and no.
That's exactly where I was going. Can I add a little drop of honey?
Okay, Dr. Rob, can I jump in?
Yes.
Look, I'm driving. I hope you can hear me. I did some bitters, and it wasn't as bad as I thought. It is bitter. I held my nose, but I still tasted it. But and I did a chaser afterward. But it's not as bad, but it cleans your small and your large intestines, and it cleans the sugars out of your body. Right. And it really, I said, I'm gonna probably do it once a month because it was really, it wasn't as bad as I thought, but it's worth doing it.
Okay, so when you say it's not as bad as I thought, compared to what?
I mean, it's bitter, but it's doable. And then afterwards, you know, I thought I'd be in the restroom more, but it didn't really do me like I thought it was going to do me. But it wasn't as bad as I thought. It was easier than I thought.
I'm with you, Dr. Ross. Amen. It wasn't as bad compared to what?
Well, I mean, I don't know what she's comparing it to. So maybe you might be a person who normally.
Just comparing it to the way it did my body and how I had to go, and you just the taste here. It's bitter, but it's doable.
No, it is definitely doable. It's definitely doable.
And I just did a little juice to chase it with, but it's not that bad. It's not that bad afterwards.
Because I know that some people are used to taking detox things. Okay, I've always run from them. So this was my first, because we have another detox that helps with your immune system. And when I took the immune defense tea, I tried it one time and I quit. So I was chicken. So when we got the bitters, I was determined I'm going to do these 4-day detox because it was just 4 days. It's just one time a day. So definitely. But no, it definitely did the job. So Sharon, go for it, Sharon.
All right, thank you.
Now, when you take the bitters, are you supposed to fast or you go ahead and eat normally?
Yeah, you go ahead and eat normally. But for me, it decreased my craving for certain things.
Yeah.
When I sat down to eat my plate, the way I had fixed it, I was full before I finished it because, as she said, it's pulling out the carb. It's called a carb cutting detox. So it was pulling sugars out of my intestines, and I'm getting full faster now.
Dr. Roz?
Yes.
Hi, this is Naina.
Hi, Naina.
Hi. I have a slight testimony and a quick question also.
Okay.
We started the business because I wanted to help my husband who had a severe sciatica problem. And the only thing that he took was the Hempranium 500. And because in the beginning he had a problem walking. And after being on the Hempranium, he's much better.
Wow.
You know? So I really appreciate that. And he's all in the business now.
Awesome.
So the other thing is that Karen had mentioned using the lemon oil to detoxify on your feet.
Mhm.
Right, Karen?
Yes, that's correct.
Okay, and I wanted to know, do you have to use a carrier oil? Because what I have is aloe vera. Is that any good as a carrier? It says it's a carrier oil.
You could try it with aloe vera. I would do a little test on your bottom of your feet. You could use that to try it. Aloe vera is not technically a carrier oil, but it can dilute essential oil. So you could try it is what I would say. So just take a little small part like your heel maybe and put aloe vera there and then put some lemon on there. And you shouldn't have a problem only because you have, the rough part of our feet, we can handle more on that part of our body normally. So and you may not even need the carrier on your feet, to be honest, because it's just a different level of skin type, if you will, compared to the rest of our body.
So in general, do you recommend another carrier oil for other purposes?
Yeah, I mean, most people have access to coconut oil because that's pretty pervasive. Almond oil. You could use jojoba oil. You could use shea butter. I mean, I'm just trying to think what's prevalent on the market. You could use olive oil, actually. That's an oil. So typically, whatever oil you have access to, that's the best to use to help spread out and dilute the concentration of the essential oil lemon.
Okay. All right then. Thank you.
Oh, you're welcome. Thank you for your testimonial. That's great to hear about your husband.
That brings a question to me when you talk about the amount, when you're talking about, what's the amount you use of oil versus the carrier oil?
Yeah, it could be an equal amount. It's a good question. I mean, typically, when you're trying to do a patch test, and let's say you're just using the side of your arm, you just want to use a 1-inch circle maybe. You want to just take your index finger and dip it in some oil, spread it around on your arm, and then take 1-2 drops of the lemon oil and mix it with the carrier and just see how your skin reacts to it.
Oh, so you don't have to mix it first. You don't have to mix it.
Yeah, you don't have to mix it first. You can just put the carrier first and then the oil on top of that.
Gotcha.
Go ahead, Kimberly.
I'm sorry, Karen. How's everyone doing? Your presentation was awesome. And Dr. Raj, you're always awesome. Karen, I've tried to use lemon on my face because I've researched a lot about, the benefits of using it, but it's always burned my skin. I've tried to use it straight, which I found out that wasn't good. Then I would dilute it with water, and even that kind of burned my skin. So was I missing the carrier oil?
Yes, yeah. Water and oil don't mix. So let's all remember that in terms of science. Water and oil do not mix. I mean, so especially with your face, you definitely want to, like, I would even just do my neck first, carrier oil, and then a little lemon. But are you doing this as a daytime regimen or something in the evening?
You know, I've just tried different things on my skin because I've never had I've never had the clarity in my skin that I've always been looking for. And, just ways to get more of an even tone. That's what I've always looked for. But I also realized that I have, what did you call that? The sun tech, I'm sensitive to the sun. So
Phototoxicity.
the phototoxicity, yeah, I've experienced sunburn on my face trying to use, products with lemon in it.
Yeah, I first of all would tell you to stay out of the sun. You already know you're sensitive. So
Yes.
don't do that. If
Yes.
you're going to do the clarification, I would advise in the evenings when you're indoors. And you would want a carrier oil for sure with your lemon product. And it would take time, to do whatever part of the face you're using it on to create your balancing out of skin. So, yeah, since you already know you're already sensitive, don't even put yourself through that anymore. Don't go outside with it.
Yeah.
I heard Dr. Rita talk about that with the water. So explain that again. I know you said oil and water doesn't mix, but is it causing it to be worse when you add water to it?
Well,
or just as fiery?
It's kind of, I think I use the example of, let's say you use some lemon oil on your fingertip, right? And you're just finishing putting some on your skin somewhere. But let's say you rubbed your eye. And our first tendency when we put something in our eye and it starts burning is we go to a faucet and we want to throw water on it because we want to get that irritation out of our eye. The counterintuitive thing to do is to use oil. You don't want the water will exasperate it and actually make it worse, is really what I should say. So that's the same thing based on what Kimberly was doing, is that you were just basically thinning out the oil, but you weren't diluting it. You weren't making it less concentrated. So if with the eye example, you'd actually put oil, coconut oil or something on your fingertip and rub your eye to get that oil. The oil will just take that burning sensation away, if you will, because we don't put essential oils in our eyes, number one. Number two, if you ever feel any essential oil on your skin burning, find a carrier oil and put it over that burning area, because all it's going to do is dilute it. It's going to tone down that heat, if you will, because your skin is having a reaction to the concentration of the oil. So the carrier oil is important. So you should always have some type of carrier oil in the house. I mean, even like I said, even if it's olive oil, you can use it as a carrier oil, because oils, it's in the same family as the essential oil, and it will dilute it to minimize that exaggerated heat that you may feel.
Because it's oil to oil.
Oil to oil, yes.
That's why it's good, because last week you taught on black seed oil, and we found out that we have a lot of products, well, not last week, but week before this, on black seed oil. We have so many products that already have black seed oil in them, just like we have all these products with lemon oil in them. So it's already been diluted for you. So that's the beauty of just using the product like we already have it, because the concentration has already been calculated.
Exactly.
I guess I should say, yeah. That makes it easy. You don't have to worry about it.
Yeah, and I was going to say, Kimberly, when you're using a facial product, you really, especially if you're trying to use lemon oil on its own, yeah, don't do it at night. Don't go outside. Yeah, because there's just too much light that would be photosensitive to what you're doing. So,
Ironically, Karen, just sitting by the window, I think I'm just that sensitive to sun. Sitting by a window and the rays are coming in has also caused sun damage to my face. So it's really it's amazing how strong those rays are.
Oh
And
yeah,
how it gravitates to your skin when you're using certain products like lemon oil.
it's true. It's very true. And we all have different sensitivity to those sun rays. So it's now that you know that you're sensitive to that, I would say any essential oil that you're using that's on your face, you really want to be either wearing a hat, you want
Yeah.
to cover up, but more importantly, I would wait to do it until the evening after the sun is set, actually, and use it
Mhm.
at night before bed, as a
Mhm.
conditioner, like at night. We usually
Mhm.
put on heavier face cream conditioners or to help absorb, the moisture that our skin has left from the day. You could use your lemon then. That will help.
So Kimberly,
So
your favorite song is "Nighttime is the Right Time."
Yeah, man. Yes, yes, yes. That is the truth. And stay away from the windows because I'm at home all day, but I do my business from home, but I got two windows. I'm sitting in the middle with two windows and I would always open my curtains, and I started to see the discoloration on my face. I'm like, and I already know. I'm like, here we go again with this,
So you just want some
yeah.
sun sometime, huh?
So I told my daughter, I asked my daughter, I said, do you wear, I said, I think my skin is being tanned and I'm not even going anywhere. She's like, yeah, I wear sunblock at home. So I'm like, oh, who knew,
Yep, she's right. She's right. And we should all be wearing sunblock. I know people have different theories about that, but yeah, sunblock there's a reason for it. I mean, the sun is a strong, strong planet. And especially, it's also magnified actually coming through the glass of your windows too. So, but yeah, sunblock is your friend. It is.
Yeah. Yeah. And I think as Black women, it took us a long time perhaps to realize that. And they even said that even when it's cloudy outside,
Yes.
that we should still wear sunblock.
Well, and your carrier oil can be a sunblock. So, I mean, I will just mention that on the side. It can be a sunblock using a carrier oil because it's a layering on your skin.
Mm-hmm.
So, but yes, that is something as Black women, yes, we have lots of melanin in our skin that is a natural sunblock, but we can always use additional protection because unfortunately with the pollution in the air and other environmental things, the sunblock just helps protect our skin ultimately. So, yeah.
So Karen, how would the Power Mango body cream help her?
Well, the Power Mango body cream, this actually with our CBD in it, because it's 500 milligrams of CBD, this would help from the standpoint of dryness in your skin. Primarily, it's good for moisturizing. You could use the Power Mango, I would say primarily in your neck area. I have to look a little more closely, finding my glasses to see what additional products are in it. So it just depends, I think, on the skin condition. We all have different skin conditions. Mine is pretty dry living in the desert. So I was just so thrilled to get my Power Mango just recently. So I use it as a body cream primarily. I'm just looking really closely here, Dr. Roz, to see about, I mean, I know it would be fine for the neck area for sure. Vitamin E, sunflower. I would say, you would be okay using it on your face as well. Looking at the ingredients of what, but I would test it as well. Once again, I always tell people to test, especially your skin on your face, to test the product. So I would just start with the throat. Just start with a small area on your throat, your neck, and see how you do with that. Do you have any of the Mango body cream, Kimberly?
Not yet, but I'll be placing an order soon.
Yes, try it.
And Karen, I'm in Chicago, so I can go to the headquarters and
You should have everything at your house. I don't
Right.
Karen, I have a question. This is Ma Mitchell. How are you?
Hey, Ma.
Oh, good. How are you, Ma?
I have a question about you guys were talking about this, the sun and things like that. You know, many people believe for years that we didn't get sunburned, the African American people, and I found that's not true because my husband and I both burned in the sun when we were in Jamaica. Which was so surprising to me because I knew I would tan, but I didn't think I would burn. And and I don't like using chemicals on my skin, you know, with the sun blocker and things like that. And I had heard that coconut oil works for a good sun blocker. Is that the case? Or
Oh,
you
yes.
know else that we can use?
It is, yes, as a carrier, it is a good sunblock, yes.
Okay.
I always tell people to test things out because all of us have different skin. But I do use a base of coconut oil, primarily with my face. But I also combine frankincense with my coconut oil, and I use it as a moisturizer and a sunblock. So.
Cool. Now, frankincense and the coconut oil. We have the frankincense.
Yes.
Frankincense and the coconut oil. Thank you so much.
You're welcome. You're welcome.
We want to say Dr. Peoples invited Altrice Faye. Yeah, thank you.
Excellent.
Altrice, so glad that you were here. So glad that you were here. Absolutely.
Yeah. And Mom Mitchell has a testimonial.
Yeah, I was finna say, Ma, before you go anywhere, I know you got a testimony for pain to help Sharon's mother.
Yes, for pain. Well,
or whatever.
She said whatever, but honey, like I always say, I use all of the products, all the season. I eat it, drink it, rub it everywhere. I even, let me tell you all something. I just love our products. I was having an earache, and I even put the pure tincture in my ear, and for 3 days I put it in there. My ear is feeling so much better. Now, I'm not recommending anybody doing this. I'm talking about what I did.
But you use it. How did you do that?
I put 3 drops. I'm going to tell you which one it is because I want to make sure I get the right one. So I'm going up in my bathroom to get the right one that I put in my ear. I put the pure 300 hempranium in my ear, 3 drops. I've been doing it for 3 days, and it's feeling much better today. Very good today. So, but
I'm still asking you, how did you do it?
Oh, I'm sorry.
You didn't turn your head up like this and just.
I turned to the side and dropped. I sure did. Head to the side and dropped 3 drops in my ear.
Okay.
You know why I did it? I was looking at the fact that it deals with inflammation. So in my ear, I'm sure I got inflammation, and the pain, was coming. I felt it coming. And I said, shoot, I'm gonna put some CBD on it.
Okay, the only thing I'm gonna suggest is when you should use a cotton ball, drop your drops on a cotton ball, and then insert it in your ear with the cotton ball. Because that's pretty intense.
We're hurting. See, my husband and I both have had serious earaches before, and ear infections. And so I know that people, you're directed not to put any drops or anything in oil in your ear. I know you're right.
Okay.
But you know how the elders, coming from the old school, they used to remember sweet oil? They used to drop that sweet oil in your ear and put sweet oil, rub you with every oil everywhere.
Yeah.
Grease you like a turkey. Base you like a turkey in every oil they can find.
Right.
And so
Mom Mitchell, we can't hear you.
Oh, I'm sorry.
Oh, there you go. Yeah, now I can.
Okay, to be a professional, you direct people the right way. So, but I'm a little wild. So I figured if I could take it orally, it's not gonna hurt me. And if I put it in my ear, and so I just put just the 3 drops. but I will from now on follow the professional's instruction and put it on the cotton ball.
Well, and the other thing is you could rub it on the cotton ball on the external part of your ear as well. You can, I mean, and then put the cotton ball with the drops inside your ear, just because it helps. You don't want to block the canal in your ear. That could cause other challenges. We don't want to do that.
Okay, great. Because I did.
I'm glad it worked. I'm glad it worked.
It did. I'm telling you, it worked. I'm telling you, my children, it's a, go, even my grandchildren, they know now. Grandma Wakana and the grandma CBD, and she gonna tell you to put some CBD on it. She gonna tell you, and that's what have been doing. But you know, for the pain, like I said, I have 25-year diagnosis as diabetic, so I take the Impranium 500 as a tincture for the diabetes, and my numbers have improved tremendously. You know, the A1C, and then my doctors have said yes, use it. They even actually sell the CBD in the clinic. You know, oh yeah, so they're
Wow.
very supportive of us using the CBD, and so like I eat it, I drink it, I pay everything. my hair back because I was balding and grew my hair back. Everything. Hannah, I could talk about CBD all day.
Oh, you're using the hemp-powered hair for your hair. Okay.
Oh yes, Lord, and the SOS system.
Okay. Oh.
Yes. My daughter is a cosmetologist, hairdresser, and so she uses the system now too. And child, please.
Well, and I also see you said you lost 2.5 pounds after using the bitters.
Yes, I did. I lost 2.5 pounds. I sure did. And like Dr. Ross, it did curb my appetite. You know, I definitely have to be careful with the carbs and the sugar, being a diabetic. And yes, it did, you know, I lost the pounds. And like other people have said, it's not a cramping, you know, it's a cleansing, but it's not harsh. And that's what I really, really like about it. And it worked very well for me. And I chased it with the orange first. And then the next time I said, well, I'm gonna try some lemon. And let me tell y'all something funny. I said, you know how they do back in the day, I used to do the tequila shots. You know, I just had salt and the lime and the tequila. So I said, well, since this is bitter, like a tequila or whatever, I'm gonna chase it with a lemon and see how it works. And it actually did take that very bitterness out of my mouth, you know, and I didn't mind it at all, you know. And I tried it hot and cold, and so I think I preferred cold.
Oh yeah, that's what we forgot to tell you, Sharon, that you have the choice of whichever way you like it, hot or cold. I preferred cold myself.
Right.
Yeah.
So.
All
Thank
right.
you, Mom Mitchell.
Yes.
If you want me to keep talking, somebody else better jump in.
I have a question about the bitters, Dr. Roz. How many ounces do you have to drink per day?
8 or 4 twice a day.
Okay. Which did you do?
Girl, 8 ounces one time.
Okay. That's not too bad. That's not too bad.
It's better to do the 8 ounces instead of doing the 4 twice.
I agree. Do the 8. Talking. That's it. Once a day.
I haven't heard nobody say they were doing 4 ounces.
And I will just admit, I just finished my 4 days yesterday. So through Dr. Roz's encouragement, and if you really want to see her in action, you got to check out the videos on Wakana for Life website, our Facebook site, because she actually videotaped her taking the bitters, she and her husband. So I will test. It's better cold. I tried it both ways. It has a beautiful golden honey color and all of that. It's very enticing. But no, I didn't have a problem with the smell like the other ladies mentioned. But woo, taking it in, woo. Yes, there is an aftertaste for sure. But I didn't chase it with anything. I was hardcore. I did it the way the instructions told me to. And it is very gentle as a detox. And I have noticed definitely that, you know, my sweet tooth isn't as strong, which is a big deal for me. And so in terms of carbs, I already noticed that difference. but it also it's good for suppressing appetite. For me, my appetite is just changed. So I'm just new off of it. I probably need to jump on a scale to see, like Mom Mitchell, how much I've lost, but I'm gonna wait because I know it takes me a little while to register any kind of water weight and what have you. So, but yeah, I absolutely recommend the bitters. I think our diets don't include enough bitter foods in them like they once upon a time did. And so it helps, I want to say, balance out not just our taste buds, but that clearing out of our intestinal tract is really key for us to get in the habit of doing. So, and Dr. Roz, how often did Dr. Rita tell us to alternate bitters and the immune tea?
That was every month. She suggested that we could take the bitters one month, the immune defense the next month, and the bitters the next month.
Okay.
Back and forth, since we have both of them.
Okay.
But if you just did the bitters, you could do it, 4 times a year, every 3 months, and just get yourself all cleansed out.
Okay.
Dr. Roz, what would you say the benefits were for you with the bitters? I know it's a detox, but did you notice anything with your skin or your energy level?
Well, what I immediately noticed, like I said, was that it caused me not to want as much, not to want to eat as much. So I knew that it had pulled out sugar out of my intestines. So I was getting full faster. But I probably don't pay as close enough attention as far as skin and all the rest of that stuff you're talking about. I just know I didn't want to eat as much. Now, I didn't lose any weight.
Okay.
God knows I wish I had, but hallelujah.
And for Karen, your presentation on essential oils is so interesting and helpful. And every time I hear you speak on them, I'm like, oh, I'm going to get that one. And then next week, I was like, I'm going to get that one. So where do you suggest, like, if I were to buy 2 of them to start, how would you guide me on that?
You're in Chicago, get them all.
Yeah.
Way to go, Karen. Way to go. Good answer.
Good answer, Karen.
You're right. I'm in Chicago. I might as well just, minimize my trip, right? And just get them all.
All you got to do is buy the essential, what is it called? The essential defense pack. It comes with all of them.
Yeah.
Yeah.
But even having them all, Karen, I've got to start with one of them. So now it's even more confusing. Like, well, which one do I start with?
Well, it's always about your need. That's how I feel. It's always about what is your most immediate need. So when I first started with essential oils, I wanted something to deal with headaches and sleep because those were my 2 needs. And so I learned for headaches, peppermint was a really good essential oil to start with. I could apply peppermint to the top of my head. I could apply peppermint even as a scent on my wrist because I was in a really stressful job. So my peppermint was always with me. I just loved the peppermint smell and it just helped invigorate my focus at work. So I started there. The lavender came into play because I wasn't sleeping the way I wanted to. And I didn't want to start taking sleeping pills. And, I was really wanting a natural option. And so lavender for me, you can use it in your bath. That helps relax you. You can use it, you can use lavender for everything. All of these oils have multiple use. That's part of the benefit of how the concentrated aromas work. You can diffuse all the oils we talked about. So I think it depends on what your immediate need is. So like, what are you thinking you want to take care of first for yourself?
Probably stress.
Stress?
I'm busy all the time and I'm sleeping better because of the CBD.
Good.
So just to share with you guys, I tried my pre-roll last night. I slept to 10 a.m. this morning, and I didn't wake up one time. So I contributed to my CBD. And so, yeah. But I would say stress
Stress. Well,
Yeah,
there's
even
and
what is it?
hypertension.
Essential Defense, which has several of them in it.
The essential defense.
Yeah.
Yeah, it's a good blend, the essential defense, especially with our coronavirus so rampantly running around. Yeah, the pre-roll that you just talked about, that's an excellent testimonial because that means you got your REM sleep, you got into your REM level of sleep, your rapid eye movement, and you also, when you have undisrupted sleep, or uninterrupted sleep, I should say, that's just more powerful for your body to physically rest. So you can use lavender in your diffuser. Lavender is what's called an adaptogen essential oil. It helps you with your energy, but it also helps relax. So lavender may be, the one, but you know what? We don't have lavender. We don't have lavender. I'm sorry. That was just my example. I have to work on talking to Melissa. We'll have to get some lavender. But in terms of relaxing, I think the oil that I said last week, we talked about frankincense being the switched army knife. You want to probably start with frankincense because that will help you not only center and relax you spiritually, your mind and your body, but your spirit as well. So I would probably say start with frankincense first.
Okay.
Yeah, but you're in Chicago, remember.
That's right. It's right at my fingertips, right on 35th Street.
Yeah, but they're all good. But yeah, I would probably start with frankincense. But I'm glad you told me about your testimony with your pre-roll as well, because we all need to find healthy solutions to deal with our stress and our anxiety. We don't realize how much stress we're under day to day. And the CBD products we have help us just get centered more into ourselves and not so caught up in the outside world. So any of you with any of our Wakana products, we're just try the ones that work best for you based on what you need. Because once, as Mom Mitchell says, once you become a product of the product, you're gonna have everything you need at your arsenal right there in your house. And for those who are new, try one of our products, and I know you won't be disappointed.
All right, this has been great. Wonderful questions. Thank you guys so much for all your questions.
Thank you for coming.
Thank you for coming. Next week
is tea tree oil. Tea tree.
All right. Same time, same place. Next week. Tea tree oil. And invite somebody. All right.
Absolutely. More the merrier.
All right. Thank you guys.
Bye.
Have a great evening, everybody.
Thank you.
Thank you very much.
Thank you, guys.
Thank you
so much.
Bye. Thanks,
You're
Sharon
welcome.
and Auntie.
You're welcome. Have a
Thank
good week,
you, Dr.
everyone.
Adrian. I see you
Thank
there.
you, Dr. Karen, Dr. Ross.
I'm
All
working
right.
on being a doctor.
Okay, that's okay. You're
Looking
already
forward to
set.
seeing everyone next week.
All
Thank
right.
you, Anita.
All right. Bye.
Bye-bye.
Bye.
Bye, everyone.